what studies and what's ideal software. If you're super excited for today's session, just put SE, super excited in chat. I'm super excited for the session and we'll get started. So I expect maybe more response. Yep. Ensure that you are selecting everyone. Good. Good. So before jumping into the topic, let's do a quick check on the background of the audience. Can you just quickly put up, like, I mean to say, which city, which country you are joining from, and which country you are joining from, so that I can understand the Ramesh from Chennai, Mo from Egypt, Hussein from Dubai, Rajan Kumar from New Delhi, Roy from Mumbai, Cairo from Egypt, Muktu Balasubramaniam from Chennai, Paul from Ecuador, Vijay Kumar Sekhar from Chennai, Abhijit Kumar from Arunachal Pradesh, Piyos Bhattacharya from Kolkata, Sivakumar from Singapore, Nairobi, Kenya, Hino, Augustine from Salem, Suresh from Bangalore, Aman from Kathmandu, Nepal, Pandian Gurusini from Chennai. I guess like there are quite a lot of chats which I cannot probably read everybody. Anyway, thank you so much for it. So, like, what's the one word which defines you? What do I mean by that? Are you a college student, or you're working as an assistant professor or lecturer in the college? That means academician, or like means you're into testing and commissioning, or operation maintenance, or like design, or into power system studies. Let me just put up like means to say one one word about like your description so that like I can understand like means to say if you're in a project management, commissioning, manufacturing, you can probably uh, like put it Sivakumar project engineer, Avinash student, hacker. Okay, I'm not sure. Like we have a hacker for like webinars as well. Amatya Rai, design engineer, working professor, design system studies, Vijay Kumar Sekhar, Hussein, design and engineering, Ramesh, industrial engineering, Rajan Kumar, design at NTC, multi-purpose projects. Thank you so much, Abhijit. Suresh, consultant, Kumar Prabhakar, assistant professor, Nicosio, projects in testing and commissioning, operation maintenance, MEP. Thank you so much. Shanti, operation maintenance, operation engineer, NHPCL. Okay, thank you so much, Abhijit. Project engineer, integrated steel plant, assistant director, technical assistant, distribution company. Super. A remote engineering student, Muthu commissioning. Beautiful. That gives probably like idea of like means to say like what's and probably let's ask another important question like means to say how many years of experience you have. If you're a student, just put C zero in chat. Like but if you're working, like you put like your experience. Like if you're having 5 years experience, just put number five in chat. 10 years, put 10 in chat, like 15, 1, 5. How many years of experience? So that like I know like what's the audience we have today. If you're a student, just 2, 11, 8, 4, 20, 15, 18, 3, 7, nil, 12, 2, 0, 1, 6, 10, 13. Like that's probably like gives me a fair idea of like means to say what's the experience which I like means to say we have, right? If you're zero, you are probably well ahead of the time. So be happy because like there are people who are coming after like 20, 25 years of experience. You're well in advance. Yeah. And one last question, like means to say, which I need to ask. Uh, it's an important question as well. If you're attending power projects free webinar or my session, free webinars or sessions first time, just put like means what say FT in chat. If you're attending regular, just put R in chat. If you know like second time, third time, or which time you're attending, like if you have counted, just put like which is the number in chat. Okay. Predominantly regulars. Great to see all our regular fourth time. Thank you so much, Sumar. Second time, all right. First time, that's great. Okay. First time, cool. All right. I always say this Sunday, 7 p.m. India time, a holiday. You could have done so many things, maybe with your family, friends, relatives. You could have done quite a lot of other things. Thank you so much for deciding to join this session. The biggest gift which you can give it to the others, I always believe that is the time, right? Like the biggest gift which you can give it to the others in your life is the time. Thank you so much for trusting, and it is our responsibility to ensure that next 60 minutes we are adding value. So that like means what's the trust which you have on us is filled. So with that, I do not have any other further topics, but like let me just put up a LinkedIn post and probably expect just a comment for better reach. That's it. So join me live on understanding how to select the right power system simulation software. That's it. No images, nothing. I have not tagged anybody. And what I'm expecting is obvious. Just go and hit comments for better reach. Just go to the link which I have shared. Just hit comment for better reach, and we will start our session with that. The registration link is here. In case your friends or probably others, those who will be able to join, that will be of a great help. So just go and hit like button and comment for better reach. If you're done, just put done in chat, and we will start our session. If you put like comment for better reach, just put done in chat. Yeah. Thank you so much, Abhijit. Thank you so much, Piers. Thank you so much, Avinas. Select just we have 120 peoples in the free webinar. Maybe it's my fair expectation to have at least like I mean to say 20 percentage of the people puts it, which is like 25. If we hit 25, then we will stop. Just put comment for better reach. If you are done, just put done in chat. If we hit 25 comments, we will start our session. 12. Thank you so much for all. Maybe I'm expecting 13 more. Yes, 12 more. Can you bit fast so that we will start our session? 7 more. Maybe 5 more. See if we are 25. Thank you so much, Avinas. I'm just looking for 25 comments to start our session. We are like 120 on board. So expecting 20 comments is fair expectations. We hit 25 and then let's get started. We got one more as well, 26. That means like we have, like I'm also say, people, those who are probably active, dynamic players. And probably like, thank you so much for sending a friend request as well. Right, like with that link, I guess like you have directly reached to my profile and have given a friend request. Thank you so much for adding friend. Like I will ensure that like I will accept this friend request after this session. But let's get straight away started with our topics. Let's ask the simple questions and then probably like let's move on to the like let's say complex topics and finally we will connect and close all the dots. What is power system simulation? What is power system simulation? So like it's answers in the chat. What is power system simulation? Shall I get some answers in the chat? What is power system simulation? I'm not asking what is power system. I'm not asking like I mean to say a general question. I'm asking a very specific question. What is power system simulation? Okay. Analysis of power system to ensure the power reliability and quality. Okay, holding the chat, like I will jump onto a Word file and probably like me say trying to define few fundamentals. Then probably like me to say we will come back. So what is power system? What is power system simulation? Or what is power system studies? Or what is power system analysis? Whatever you call. What is power system simulation? And like the next topic which we need to answer is power system simulation software. That's probably like topic which we are going to talk. So what is power system? G T D U generation, transmission, distribution, utilization, generation, transmission, distribution, utilization of electrical energy is called as power systems. So generation, transmission, distribution, and utilization of electrical energy is called power system. And when we talk about electrical energy, we are saying generation, but like means to say we need to understand that like means to say actually we are not generating electricity. When we say generation, we are converting some other form of energy to electrical energy. Energy neither be created nor be destroyed. So you cannot generate something. Converting some other energy to the electrical energy is called as generation. So when you are converting, when you are converting, like say example in a thermal power plant, chemical energy is converted into electrical. Chemical energy of the coal is converted into the electrical. In a wind turbine generator, aerodynamic energy of wind is converted into electrical. Hydro potential energy of water is converted into electrical. So, what is generation? Converting some other form of energy to the electrical energy is generation. Basically, it is a conversion of some other form of energy, not a generation. It is a conversion, but still we call it a generation, right? Converting chemical energy of the coal into the electricity in a thermal power plant, or converting an aerodynamic energy of the wind to the electricity using a wind turbine generator, converting potential energy of the water into the electricity by in the hydro plants. And similarly, like means you have a gas plant, combined cycle plant, nuclear plant, solar inverters, like solar panels, etc. etc. You are converting basically some other form of energy to the electrical energy. That's generation. When like means you say what is transmission? Transmit this electrical energy. Transmit this electrical energy from the place where it is converted from some other forms to the electrical energy, and probably like means transmitting over distance. Distribution like means to say taking this transmit this electrical energy from generation to bulk load centers, that is transmission, further distributing to the loads. Utilization is converting electrical energy to other forms, into the light, converting to the mechanical, etc. etc. So, in that perspective, if you have understood one thing, electrical energy is neither natural, it's not natural, it is nor induced. Your electrical energy is not naturally available like a wind or solar radiation. It is not naturally available. You have to convert from some other form of energy to the electrical energy, so it is not naturally available. It is nor induced. At the end of the cycle, like you are not using electricity as electricity itself, you're converting the electrical energy into the heat or light or etc. etc. You are using it. So electrical energy is neither natural, it is nor induced. When it is not natural and it is not induced, then why electrical energy is an important question to be answered. Answer is triple E. If you want to transmit the energy from one place to the other place economically, efficiently, and enviro friendly. I'm making all spelling mistakes. I'm not sure what happened. Okay. If you want to transmit, if you want to transmit the energy from one place to the other place, economically, efficiently, enviro friendly, then electrical energy is the best form of energy. That's the reason why we are here as an electrical engineers. It's because electrical energy is the economical way, efficient way of transmitting the energy from one place to the other place without having any environmental issues. So if you want to transmit the any form of energy economically, efficiently, environmental friendly, then electrical is the best form of energy. If you want to convert, if you want to transmit a heat from here to 100 kilometers, which is technically not possible. If you want to convert, like means to say, mechanical energy from here to say 200 kilometers, which is technically not feasible. So, if you want to transmit the energy from one place to the other, and if If you want to do it economically, efficiently, electrical is the ideal choice. So what we are actually doing as electrical engineers, we are basically nothing but the transporters. Transporting energy from one place to the other place economically, efficiently, enviro friendly. If it is so far, just put CC, crystal clear in chat. And then we will go for what is power system analysis and studies. If it is so far crystal clear, just put CC in chat. Cool. Fine. So when this is clear for us, let's quickly move forward. So means what to say? We have generation, like we have thermal, hydro, wind turbine, like we have multiple other things, right? I mean to say gas, nuclear, solar. Like we have like quite a lot of stuffs on the generations. And when it comes to the transmission, again, like means to say we have like I mean to say uh, HVAC, EHVAC, fax devices, and like means to say there are quite a lot of like means to say uh, quite a lot of stuffs which are there. Transmission substations, transmission towers, substation, like there are multiple equipments like circuit breakers, isolators, earth switch, surge arresters, wave trap, right, like many equipments, and of course the transformers, right, like you have quite a lot of equipments. And then next question obviously comes like what is power system analysis? What is power system analysis? And why power system analysis? Like these two important questions we have to answer. Then like means we have to go for what is power system analysis? Analyzing the power system. We have answered what is power system here. What is power system here? GTD. That's power system. So what is power system analysis? Analyzing the power system to enhance the reliability or availability or quality, affordable cost is power system analysis. Analyzing the power system to enhance the reliability, to enhance the availability, to enhance the quality and affordable costs. You do anything like that is power system analysis. Why do we need it? For a stability, like obviously uh, better power quality, higher reliability, means to say to make it economical, to isolate the uh, like equipment as quick as possible. Like you can add on, keep add on. So what is power system analysis? Analyzing the power system to enhance something. That's power system analysis. Why do we need it? If you want to design a stable power system, if you want to design a power system which is offering a quality power, if you want to design a power system which is offering a reliable power, if you want to design a power system which is offering a power at an economical, then probably like you need to say needs some analysis, that is power system analysis. Then obvious next question comes like means to say we are talking about power system analysis or power system simulation. Like what are the studies which are available? So the studies majorly can be classified into steady state analysis and the transient analysis. Power system simulation or power system studies can be majorly classified into steady state and the transient analysis. Then, like what is like steady state? Load flow analysis, which is also called as power flow analysis, short circuit analysis or short circuit studies, harmonic analysis, protection coordination, or relay coordination, R plus studies. These are all probably like when you say steady state analysis. What is transient? Transient can be further classified into electromechanical transients and electromagnetic transients. What is electromechanical transients? Say example, motor acceleration study. Then probably like faults, like means for say finding the critical clearing time, transient stability itself, transient stability, which is false to find critical clearing time. Right? What is electromagnetic transients? This could be like temporary over voltage, slow front over voltage, or switching over voltage, fast front over voltage or lightning over voltage, very fast front over voltage for gas insulated substations, ferro resonance, transient recovery voltage, SSR subsynchronous resonance. So, what is power system simulation? Power system simulation can be classified into majorly into steady state and the transient. Transient, it is further classified into electromechanical transient or electromagnetic transients. In a steady state, like you have a load flow, which is also called as power flow, short circuit, harmonics, protection coordination, arc flash, etc. Transient analysis, you have electromechanical transients, which is like motor accelerations, or a transient stability, which is like fault events. Electromagnetic transients, you have temporary over voltage TOV, slow front over voltage or switching over voltage SFO, fast front over voltage or lightning over voltage FFO, very fast front over voltage for a gas insulated substations, which is VFFO, ferro resonance, transient recovery voltage, subsynchronous resonance, etc. So this all comes under electromagnetic transients. We are into 30 minutes from the session. If the session is useful and it's clear so far, just put useful in chat and we will move further. So, like my water bottle seems empty today. If it is useful, just put useful in chat. I forget to fill my water bottle today. All right. Oh. So, if it is useful, the only request is just hit comment, just hit comment for better reach to the post so that like people can register for it and they can join. Just if you've already done, that's great. If you've already done, that's great. If you have not done, just go and probably like hit comment for better reach. It has reached only 656 peoples. It can reach like means to say more peoples. We are on 29. So we reach 50. If you have not done comment for better reach, just go and keep comment for better reach. So that like means to say we reach 50. Already we have 30, and like means to say we just need 20 more, and then probably like that will help to reach more peoples. Cool. Yep. All right. Let's come back and let's talk something here. Power system simulation software. That's probably our topics. So first, like we have to list down the power system simulation software, right? Like we have to list down the power system simulation software, then we have to decide what are the industries which needs power system software, like data centers, oil and gas, airports, renewables. Like you have to list down, like we say, segments. From segments, studies, and for that studies, like means to say what's the software which we need to probably, like means to say, use it, or how to select it, or what's the advantage of one software over the other software, all is what we need to look into. Can you just put up like what are the power system simulation softwares which you are aware of? Whatever the power system simulation software which you are aware of, put the software name in chat and we will list it down. And probably like we will understand, like to say where it is used. Right. List down all power system simulation softwares: ETAP, DIgSILENT PowerFactory, SKM, MATLAB, PSCAD, EMTPRB. So I expect maybe more softwares. Power World Simulator, thank you so much. I'm just looking at the chat, like looking at any other simulation software. ETAP, ETAP, DIgSILENT PowerFactory, PSCAD, ETAP, PSCAD, DIgSILENT PowerFactory, PSCAD, SKM, PowerFactory, PSCAD, DIALux. Okay, DIALux is lighting software, uh, not the power system simulation software, but still I write it, then we will delete it. MATLAB, ETAP, 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 DIgSILENT PowerFactory, ETAP, MATLAB, MATLAB, PSCAD, PSCAD, MATLAB, ETAP, EMTP, ETAP, PSCAD, DIgSILENT, PSSE. Okay, PSSE, which I have not written so far, you can write it. ETAP, PSCAD, PSSE, MATLAB, PSSE. It's all beautiful. Though the software is no longer there in the market, but still we can write it. It's a MATLAB, ETAP, PSSE, Simulink, PSSE, PVsyst. Is this session recorded? Answer is yes. PowerFactory, excellent, excellent. Neplan, beautiful. EMTP, PSAT, beautiful. SKM Power Tools, ETAP forever, PSAT, cool. There are many other softwares like EC Power, SIME, right? EC Power, SIME, My Power. I'm not sure whether you have heard the software. Like it's probably developed by an Indian company. Yes. So PSpace is basically for uh, like PCB design. CDGS. Right. I'm just coming for this. Right. There are power system simulation softwares, right? So we have blindly listed all power system simulation software: ETAP, DIgSILENT, SKM, MATLAB, PSCAD, EMTPRV, Power World Simulator, PSSE, ETSA, Neplon, PSAT, EC Power, SIME, MyPower. Right? Like we have written the power system simulation softwares. Now, like what we need to do, we need to classify this power system simulation software into some of the categories, and then probably like means to say we have to choose, like means to say, what software could be an ideal software for what application. It's pretty much like what we need to look into. So when we are talking about, like means to say, how do we classify power system simulation software? Power system simulation software can be classified as RMS. Oh, yeah. Right? Typically, power system simulation software can be classified into RMS and DMT. What is RMS? If you're talking about PSCAD, if you're talking about an EMTPRB, if you're talking about an ATP, right? Like these are all EMT tools, electromagnetic transient tools, which will be helpful to like this useful to perform slow front over voltage, switching over voltage, fast front over voltage, lightning over voltage, very fast front over voltage, ferro resonance, transient recovery voltage, subsynchronous resonance, etc. Then they are EMT tools, electromagnetic tools. What is RMS? If you're able to perform steady state and like conventional studies, probably like means to say what you will be able to do, uh, like I mean to say normal transient stability or motor acceleration study, then their RMS tools. What are the softwares? I guess like means to say let's probably copy paste here and probably delete what is irrelevant, right? ETAP is an RMS tool, DIgSILENT is an RMS tool, SKM is an like I mean to say RMS tool. MATLAB, let's remove it. PSCAD and EMTPRV, they are EMT tools. Postworld Simulator, PSC, ETSA, Neplan, PSAT, let's remove it. EC Power, SIME, MyPower. So all these things are like it means to say RMS simulation softwares. And what are the EMT simulation softwares? PSCAD, EMTPRV, ATP. These are all EMT tools. So then like means to say what you need to do, you need to probably like open an Excel and like means to say you have to list down the studies on one side and then probably like list down the simulation software for the other side. And then probably like you have to decide like whether that software has that feature or not. And probably like means the third dimension, what you need to add is like what's the industry which you're going to talk about. If you're talking about a load flow, if you're talking about a short circuit, you're talking about motor acceleration, you're talking about transient stability, that is RMS transient stability, talking about a harmonic analysis, talking about a relay coordination, arc flash, switching over voltage, that is slow front over voltage, lightning over voltage, very fast front over voltage, ferro resonance, transient recovery voltage. You can keep writing. Let's probably try to write little more as well. So like software, you can probably like copy paste this list here. You can just copy paste this, copy paste this. Right, like what we need to do is we have to maybe copy paste in a notepad. I guess like let's ETAP, DIgSILENT PowerFactory, SKM, PowerWorld Simulator. You can list down all the simulation software, right? And probably like load flow. This is where like I mean so see our like means to say we need to probably bit more go depth into this load flow itself. We might have heard only the load flow as a one study, but like load flow itself has like multiple studies like unbalanced load flow. I'm just keeping it as LF just for an easiness. Unbalanced load flow, time domain load flow, optimal power flow, etc. So what I mean, so if you have heard only load flow, in the load flow itself there are multiple load flows. Load flow Balance load flow, time domain load flow, optimal power flow. Right? There are multiple things like that. So you need to be bit careful when I'm just saying load flow, whether I am performing a balanced load flow analysis or whether I am performing an unbalanced load flow analysis. Am I just performing a load flow analysis or am I performing an optimal power flow analysis? Then like what's the difference between load flow analysis and optimal power flow or optimal load flow? So these are all something like which we need to be like aware of. And then like means to say we have to decide like what are the options which are available in this softwares. So if you talk about ETAP, you have load flow, you have unbalanced load flow, you have time domain load flow, you have an optimal power flow, you have a short circuit, you have a motor acceleration, you have a transient stability, you have a harmonics, you have a relay coordination, you have arc flash. So probably like I'm keeping all these things in green. And like ETAP do not have like switching over voltage, lightning over voltage, very fast current over voltage, ferro resonance, and TRV, etc. So which I am saying like it is in red. So if I am talking about DIgSILENT PowerFactory, it also has like I mean to see all this. In addition to that, you can probably do switching over voltage, lightning over voltage also. Because like what I have done is wrong. I should have copied only for two columns or something. Means to say, DIgSILENT PowerFactory, you will be able to do switching over voltage. You will be able to do like. So if you're looking at it like SKM, again, like I mean to say, you have to look into and probably like you have to fill like what are the models which are available in the softwares, etc. So I am just probably bringing PSSE up, right? I have just brought PSSE up. It's because like ETAP, Excellent Power Factory, PSSE probably dominates the market. Of course, FKM is also like let's say they are in few few specific sectors. If you're not aware of some other simulation softwares, there are some software called PSS Syncall, right? PSLF, net plan which we have written, right? Like this, the software list goes on and on and on, right? So PSSE, if you look at, you can do only load flow. It can do short circuit. It can do transient stability. That's it. So this are all it cannot probably do. So like what is red, which is not possible? What is green, which is possible? So now, when like means to say, it is pretty much clear here. If we are picking this simulation software versus like I mean, to say this software. So I'm writing this software somewhere here. If we talk about this simulation software, keeping here, like this softwares are capable of doing switching over voltage, right? So you have like probably like started framing the like I mean to say uh, softwares on one side, right? Like this is softwares. It is looking towards down, right? Studies on that side, and you can list down like means to say how many softwares which you want, right? So if you look at PSSE, it has only load flow, short circuit, and probably like a dynamics or a transient, which is critical clearing time. Whereas ETAP, if you look at like load flow, unbalanced load flow, time level load flow, optimal power flow, short circuit, motor acceleration, relay coordination, etc., etc. And even if you look at motor acceleration, it is like static motor starting steady or a dynamic motor starting steady. If you're looking at a short circuit, what are the standards which is available? Is it only IEC, IEC ANSI, IEC ANSI Ghost? Few of the countries like Uzbekistan, Russia, etc. countries uses VDE, which is German uses. So, like means short circuit, like what are the standards which the software probably like means to say incorporates? Another important question like means to say which you need to ask. Again, as I told, motor acceleration, whether it is static motor acceleration or is it a dynamic motor acceleration. Transient stability, again, like means to say what are the other aspects. So this is one, like means to say with respect to the studies which we need to fill like this. And like the same thing which we need to fill it on the other side, that is equipments. Definitely like each equipment has, right, like you have a bus, definitely you should have generator, transformer, cable, transmission line, maybe motors, relay, CT, bus duct, variable frequency drive, charges, UPS, solar metal. Like your list keeps going on. Like means to say, I'm just not feeling that, but let's keep this empty. Right. So you have like means to say multiple equipments. You can list down like multiple equipments which you see in the power system, and you can list down. So you have to list down the equipments and make it green if it is available, make it red if it is not available. Similar fashion studies, make it green if it is available, make it red if it is not available. Then comes the most important thing, like means to say system. Which system I am talking about? Am I talking about the am I talking about a thermal power plant? Am I talking about a solar plant? Am I talking about am I talking about a 400 kV substation? Am I talking about a steel industry? Any process industry for that fact? Am I talking about a data center? Am I talking about oil and gas? Am I talking about an airport? Am I talking about a distribution of utilities? Which segment or which sector which I am talking about? These are all like to say what we need to probably look into. So I have listed down studies, I have listed down equipments, then probably like means to say what is a system which probably like means to say what we are going to talk about is what we need to look into. So if you are performing the studies for the entire country level, you will not really model as small loads like motors. You will be worried about like more high capacity just long transmission lines, HVDC, large rated equipments, etc., etc. And you might be performing steady state, that is low flow short circuits. You might be doing like critical clearing time, which is transient stability, etc. That's what like probably what you will be doing as a part of a country level studies. If you're performing country level studies, then probably the softwares like PSSE or DIgSILENT PowerFactory is the choice, right? Few people are using PSLF also or Power World also, but like means to say, most of the countries for a country level for their generation planning, for their transmission planning, they're preferring PSSE and DIgSILENT PowerFactory, not the ETAP, not the ETAP. But if you're talking about a thermal power plant and its auxiliary power systems, like means to say, what is preferred software is ETAP or SKM or Sine, etc. Right? So if you have a grid step down transformer and then probably like cables, motors, bus ducts, CTs, relays, circuit breakers, isolators, that's probably from the equipment perspective. Then that probably ETAP is green for all these equipments. So that makes the software ETAP more suitable for complete country level power systems. So if you're taking like only these three softwares and probably like me say if you're writing it where what? So ETAP is predominantly for industrial power system. Auxiliary powers for thermal power plant, hydro plant, gas-based plants, nuclear plants, etc. And renewables, they have started Snyder guidance like they're growing probably fast. But if you're talking about renewable integration, like wind farms, solar plants, etc., most of the countries have their country network already in PSSE. So they are asking the studies in PSSE and PSCAD, right? So, or DIgSILENT PowerFactory and PSCAD. So if you're integrating wind farms or a solar plants or a battery energy storage systems, then probably this PSSE and PSCAD or DIgSILENT PowerFactory and PSCAD. So if you're doing country level, it is like means to say PSSE or few countries like European countries and Middle East country, Oman, they're using DIgSILENT PowerFactory for a country level. But most of the countries uses PSSE for it. And if you're talking about renewable integration, like grid compliance studies, it's probably like to say PSSE and PSCAD. And PSCAD is for insulation coordination. When I say insulation coordination, that is temporary over voltage, slow front over voltage, fast front over voltage, very fast front over voltage, ferro resonance, transient recovery voltage, etc. So, to give a high level conclusion, ETAP is used for where you have all the electrical equipments in the industrial distribution power system. ETAP is an ideal choice. When I say industrial distribution system, it could be any process industry like steel, cement, tire, paper, pulp, any process industry, oil and gas, FPSO, etc. Whereas DIgSILENT PowerFactory has probably its own advantage in country level and then probably like renewables and microgrids, etc. PSSE, there are almost most of the countries has probably standardized with their country level generation planning, transmission planning with the PSSE, which makes the renewable integration also mandatory to that simulation softwares. like PSSE. If you have to do insulation coordination, then PSCAD or EMTPRV is the choice. And like means if you have to do the renewable integration, you have to do either PSSE and PSCAD. Means the renewable integration nowadays it becomes mandatory for one RMS tool and one EMT tool. So which means like either this PSSE and PSCAD in most of the countries and DIgSILENT and PSCAD in few of the countries. Then like means where ETAP versus SKM is a question. Is it technically one thing? But like means say what is adopted as an industry practice and like means to say if already a utility has already implemented like means the PSSE for their country level, they cannot probably like just like that shift it to DIgSILENT PowerFactory. So whomever does the studies integrating into the country level or a state level has no other choice but to go with the same simulation software. So if you are comparing, then ETAP has to be compared with SKM or SIME, not necessarily with the PSSE. PSSE has a very clear market, which ETAP has probably an very different market. And who is competing in the same market? Maybe ETAP might be competing with the SKM or EXA or SIME or EC Power in the same market. And in that, like EXA is no longer there. That software has been probably like we say almost obsolete. So choosing ETAP or SKM, it depends upon which country you are working in and which industry you are working in and which customer you are working in. So ETAP has probably like branded themselves for like almost all the industrial power system studies, but that doesn't mean SKM is not there. SKM is also there for like few of the oil and gas industries and some of the data centers. So if you're concluding the softwares, first check where you are going to do power system analysis, which industry it is, which system it is, what are the equipments to be modeled, and what are the studies to be performed, and like what's the cost of the simulation software, and like whether you are consultant or an EPC contractor or like independent power producer or original equipment manufacturers, then what software it is needed. Based on that, like you have probably like means to say select choices. I have probably given a high level overview. If it is making sense, just type MS in chat and I'm happy to take the questions if there's any. So far, if it is making sense, just type MS making sense in chat. And it is about 60 minutes from the start of the session. And if they have any questions, if you have any questions, you can post the questions in the chat. I will be happy to take the questions. Can you share with us an Excel document? Answer, I will not share it. We will offer you a course, affordable cost. I will fill this Excel, right? Like I have already a filled Excel sheet. We will upload that filled Excel sheet, including like all the equipments, all the simulations, all content. Right? Am I going to share this Excel? No. But like I'm going to offer you the course, which is extremely affordable. So take this course and probably like filled Excel, we will be sharing as a part of that. As a fresh graduate, which software should I learn, DIgSILENT or ETAP? Should it depend on the location I am looking for work? Is there a skills I can transfer by learning just work? Amazing question. That probably brings to like say country. So if you're looking at the DIgSILENT, this has a market in Europe, Australia, and Oman. PSSE like Asia and Australia, like to an extent, a little bit of Europe. Europe is probably its last market. ETAP they are almost like all 7 continents. So like me to say, definitely the software which you are picking up depends upon like where you want to probably like means to say start working, right? So I'm just probably picking the questions and answering the questions. Can you please share the Excel? I told like no. Pick up the course. Like I mean to say, you will get the filled Excel, right? So I'm just holding the chat. Probably like means to say, what's the course which we need to offer? I guess like Manoj can probably post this. Kindly share all these Excels. I told like I mean to say the same story. Pick up the course what we are offering. Like you will get it, and probably like that course is going to cost you peanuts. Chat like I'm putting probably all these answers means to say in the same format. What about MATLAB? Can we perform RMS EMT there? Answer is yes. MATLAB is not a power system simulation software. MATLAB is not exclusive power system simulation software. It can do multiple other tasks as well, and you can perform like both RMS and EMTP over in MATLAB. But like I mean to say, it is not really like I mean to say compete with the normal power system simulation softwares like ETAP or DIgSILENT PowerFactory, where like this model is something straightforward. But MATLAB, as I told, it is not actually meant for power system alone. I am a best consultant will be suitable for me. Interesting. For a best sizing in a microgrid environment, it's a Homer Pro, Homer Grid. Looking at like means to say uh, commercial applications, then Pluxos. If you're doing a grid compliance study, then it is PSSE, DIgSILENT PowerFactory. It depends upon which country you are into, and mandatorily PSCAD. So I guess if Manoj shares this course link, Manoj, can you share this course link? What we are offering, so that like I can probably paste it here, and you will get the probably that course as well. What is the cost of PSCAD? I'm not sure whether you have asked the PSCAD. So in Indian market, approximately it costs like 25 to 30 lakh for virtual license. Course details our team is sharing. Kindly give the list of open source students. It's an interesting question. So ETAP offers like 30 days for open to everyone. DIgSILENT offers like means to say student license and thesis license for a PhD. PSSE offers an academic license with a limited versus free. PSCAD offers like an academic license or a trial license, like means to say with 14 nodes, limited nodes, like means to say free, right? So it all depends upon like what you want to like means what software which you have to use or what you have to learn. What's the software that's IEEE and IEC recommend? IEC or IEEE doesn't really recommend any simulation software. It is standard doesn't refer or recommend any software. It is our application. Like what's the application which you're probably trying to use? Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Sorry, I forget to keep my mobile on silent today. Right. Let's look at this questions. Yes. So I guess anyway, our team has shared our team has the course. It is a recording course. It's only a recorded course. But whatever the materials which we are discussing today will be uploaded in a complete format as a part of this course itself. This course compares ETAP and DIgSILENT PowerFactory. It's a recording course which will be available at just rupees 1999, and you will get this Excel completed in this Word file completed format in your that as a part of the course itself. That's pretty much like what you will what you will get it. So I guess like let me probably like try to answer as max as questions possible. So for that, let me list down all these questions. There are quite interesting questions as well. I guess like I have picked up almost all the questions. Okay. For India, which software I should prefer? Industry, blindly no questions ETAP. Renewable grid compliance study. It is PSSE and PSCAD. Which software Grid India is using? Like PSSE and PSCAD. What about overlap? It's really, really an interesting question. So, like means to say, we have talked about so far only power system simulation softwares, but there is something called beyond it, right? So, coming back here, we have talked about like power system analysis, power system simulation softwares, etc. Beyond this, there is something called HIL, hardware in loop, and then something called RTDS, real time digital simulator. So, what is hardware in loop? So, my automatic voltage regulator or a governor is mathematically modeled in simulation softwares like ETAP or EC Power or MyPower or PSCAD. But if I want to physically test one of the hardware, say relay or probably an AV, then probably like means to say hardware in loop helps. Means to say the simulation will be running, and probably like this hardware is physically connected with this simulation loop, and except this hardware, everything is like simulation, and this hardware in loop is running and probably producing the results. There are many hardware in loop devices which are available, like Typhoon, right? Like you have quite a lot of like you say hardware in loop, like National Instruments, Typhoon, right? So polarity, any space, like you have like means quite a lot of hardware and loop kind of stuffs. So what it will do, you will be doing simulation with one or multiple equipments whose hardware behavior is exactly like you say connected to this and probably behaving it. What is RTDS? It's a real time digital simulator. It is a physical scaled down version of the systems. Please try to understand here. These are all mathematical equations. Here, hardware and loop is mathematical equation simulation, and that particular hardware is modeled. Whereas this RTDS, like entire physical power system, is modeled as a scaled down version, and it is probably compared. Here, the simulation time and probably like the actual this event time is one and the same. So if you're talking about lightning over voltage, that we will be talking about like 1.2/50 microseconds waveform. But like insulation coordination, it will take like hours to run. But when we talk about an RTDS, it's a physical scale down version, and probably like I mean to say, what's the actual physical time that will be actually in the real time digital simulator as well. So, so if you're talking about like means let's say originally we have used some manual calculations, then we have went to some power system simulation softwares, then the next stage is hardware, the next stage is real time digital simulator. And finally, like I have to say just one thing, Malati has shared the course, right? It is ETAP versus DIgSILENT PowerFactory. Power system studies using ETAP and DIgSILENT PowerFactory, modeling load flow, short circuit, and relay coordinations, and certificate of completion, lifetime access, plus the field Excel of this, and you will get one Q&A from me to address further understanding on this is what you will get it. And so you can probably like I mean to say you can you can very well like I mean to say pick it up the course what like I mean to say Malaki has shared, right? And that's pretty much from me today. Before I'm leaving you for certificate and probably like our upcoming sessions. If the session is useful, just put useful in chat. The session is not done. I have one certificate, second gifts, then probably like means so the third one like our multiple upcoming free webinars. So if today's session is useful, just put useful in chat. Cool. All right. Thank you so much. And as I told, it's always uh, important to like I mean to say give our full commitment, right? So thank you so much for trusting us, and it is our responsibility to making the session useful. So if you want to probably pick up any of the course on ETAP or DIgSILENT PowerFactory or PSSE, Homer Pro, PVsyst, DIALux, detailed design, etc. Malati, can you share your contact number so that people can reach out to you? Right? Like we are offering the courses on all the simulation softwares, and SKM is upcoming for your interesting information. So, what are the courses which we offer? We offer ETAP, we offer Excellent Power Factory, we offer PSSE. So, these are the courses which we offer. SKM is coming up. We are offering PSCAD, we are offering DIALux, we are offering PVsyst, we are offering Homer Pro, right? There are multiple courses which we are offering. So like you can probably like means what say reach out to the contact numbers those who have given here. Priyadashni or Lavanya or probably Manoj for the gifts, right? So that's part one. And part two, like I mean to say, you can collect the certificates. Manoj, can we directly put up the certificate link? So collect the certificate link. So you name your this one, put up your name correctly, put up your mobile number, including the country code, that should be the WhatsApp number, rate the webinar, tell what is the next webinar which you need. Say example, if it's a PSCAD, just put PSCAD. And like so you will get the certificate in email. So reach out to Priya for any training inquiries, reach out to Ajit for any business development inquiries. And you have your, this is like last 2 weeks which I have demonstrated. It is 14th December, 4th January, and today's certificate will come. Matter of a minute. So ensure that you are giving the right email ID. So the certificate will reach you. So in case if it is not reaching it in inbox, ensure to check it in spam, junk, etc. etc. Right. So it will reach you. Ideally, it should reach you. Right. I have filled it. It will reach you. Let's wait for. So in the meantime, if you need to pick up this course, you can probably pick up the course and like you can see what's the syllabus and content, what is there for this course. In addition to that, you will get like to say complete guidance of like how to select the software Excel in terms of studies, in terms of equipments, in terms of systems, and in terms of countries. Of course, in case if needed, like means to say with the cost of this softwares in the various countries, right? And last but not least, all our upcoming free webinars are here. So our next free webinar is really important. Protection audit. Nowadays it becomes like mandatory in India. That's on coming Sunday, just about 7 days to go. Then grid compliance studies using PSC and PSCAD, ETAP, carrier guidance, PSSE, ETAP, Besson microgrids, transformers, insulation coordination. There are multiple upcoming trainings. Ensure that, like means say you're registering for the free webinar on the topic which you are interested in. The topic which you are interested in. That will probably like means say help you to get connected as well as enrich yourself. Let me check whether certificate has reached me. Yes, it is. So certificate has reached. So we have probably changed the format of the certificate. So the like certificate, this is a new certificate. Select the certificate, come to LinkedIn, ensure that you post this certificate, tag Manoj, tag Manoj, tag Manoj, tag Power Projects. And if you wish to tag me, tag it. But gift is going to come from Manoj. So ensure that, like I mean, say, tag Manoj, tag Power Projects. And if you want, you can tag it. Download the certificate. Download the certificate. So hope you know how to download the certificate. Just to download the certificate. And probably like means attach this document, right? Name it. Type your key learnings. Type your key learnings and post it in a LinkedIn post. Ensure that you, like I mean to say, tag Manoj and Power Projects. Tagging me is optional because the gift you are going to get it from Manoj. Ensure you upload the certificate Tag Manoj, tag Power Projects. Write down what is your key learnings in today's session, and you will get a special gift from Power Projects. And you will get the gift within 3 days before like Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. India time. If not, like reach out to Manoj. Manoj contact number is there. All right. That's pretty much from me. I told 60 minutes. I know I have to like 80 minutes, but still, it's worth spending a time. Thank you all. Thank you so much for joining. And we will catch you in the upcoming days. Thanks, and this certificate link is shared by Manoj. Manoj, if you want, like you can probably share it again. Manoj, can you share the certificate link again? Yes, Manoj has shared. Manoj, you can probably share your contact number also. Thank you, all the loves from Pakistan. Career growth. Wait for a couple of weeks. I guess like I'm doing career growth as a session, as a free webinar. So we'll catch that. I'm not sure like that's coming in third week or something. Thank you so much, Rita. All right. Thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you all. Thank you so much.